Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Honey the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, season 12, episode 8. I'm tired. Okay, I still don't feel good, but we gonna get through this review the same way I got through the Married to Medicine review. Okay, if you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to like, to comment, and to share this video. To also follow me on IG at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, let's just get it started up in here. Okay. So we see this is a Cynthia and Mike heavy episode, okay? They have been talking about it all on social media. This is the episode where Mike, is it Mike or Mike? Mike Hill. Mike proposes to Cynthia. So the beginning of it, we see like, oh, a boy loved a girl, somebody fell in love, and blah, 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 blah. This little fairy tale story stuff or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different voice or sound. I'm looking like, it's going to be like a little fairy tale thing. Okay, fine. We see Mike and Cynthia's having dinner with Cynthia's whole family or whatever. And, Mike asked him, saying, I wanted to be sure that I got y'all's blessing, to propose to Cynthia one day in the future. Okay, would y'all give me your blessing? And of course, her mom was just like, yes, of course, you're part of the family. We love you, okay? And you love her. And we're going to be, it's definitely different than when she was marrying Peter. We have to say that is a different vibe. Cynthia is even different. Like, you can tell that this time, not that she didn't really love Peter, but you can tell, I think she has been with Peter so long and like, well, might as well get married. Where this time it's like she wants to be married to this man. It's a different vibe or whatever. So we do see Mike and his daughter. Did I get a picture? I thought I had a picture of my. Oh, I did. So Mike, his two daughters, and Noelle, or Cynthia's daughter, go with Mike for him to pick out the engagement ring. Now, he had already bought it, of course. He was going to pick it up. But they, of course, went with him. And, his two daughters and also Noelle all, gave their own look. I think it's amazing. One daughter even said, I love her way more than I like your last girlfriend or whatever. So they were all three daughters were happy that their parents were going to be together and marry each other, and they all seemed to get along. And that's good when the families seem to mesh. You do not, and it looked like the girls are almost around the same age. I know the girls like older teenagers. Noelle is like maybe 19 like this time or whatever. So it's cool that they all are like in the same age range. So it just works. Okay, it wholeheartedly works. The ring was beautiful. I did not get a picture of the ring because I just didn't feel like it. And I feel like Cynthia didn't show it, honey, all on social media. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we see a little quick scene with Dennis go over to Portia's house because going to see the baby. Okay, it's also his birthday. So Portia has arranged a dinner. Okay, she had a little chef come over, made him some victuals, okay, to eat, get some food up in his belly and whatnot. Now they seem friendly, on way better terms than they were before. Producers like, well, y'all banging? Is y'all bumping uglies? Okay, is y'all giving each other good mornings? She's like, no. No, we're not. No, none of that. You know what I'm saying? We working on the relationship. I'm like, it looks like it. Y'all banging. Okay, we're gonna say that or whatever. I don't think for 1 second that Portia wasn't fucking Dennis. Dennis bring up how, I need to get that engagement ring, you know what I'm saying, situation together. Now we know that she has her ring back. Okay, I think that she should have got another ring. If you propose to me one ring, but you take it back, if you want to marry me again, I want a new ring. You took that one back. That one has bad juju on it. I don't want that ring. He would have been better if it would have been better if they would have broke up. He just didn't ask for it back. Him asking for it back put some bad juju on it, but that's on her or whatever. But again, we gotta figure it out, Dennis. We gotta figure it out. They figured it out real quick. Now we do see Cynthia, who meets up with Marlo to chat about Snake Gate. Okay, she wants to chat about who could have possibly recorded her talking bad about Nene and then played the tape for Nene allegedly. Now they first discussed Kenya, who came to Marlo's event, with the whole Kenya more hair care, dun 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 or whatever. And of course Marlo was not happy about that. She's still not liking that was some bullshit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's your friend, say that's your friend, okay? Who did something crazy and y'all let her do that. And I like how somebody said, your friend is Nene. She do crazy things and you don't get her together in public, you get her together separately and silence and secretly or whatever. I do the same with Kenya. I'm not gonna check her in public. I'm gonna check her in private. Okay, that's how some friends do. That is how friends do. You check them in private. You know what I'm saying? If your friend did something wrong, you don't call them out for other people. No, you may stop the situation so it doesn't get any worse. But you don't check your friend in front of her enemies or his enemies. It does not work or whatever. So we say, yeah. She then says, so what about, you need to mention to Candy about some recording or whatever. You saying that somebody recorded me talk. She's like, yeah, I heard about it, honey. I heard. Do you know who it is? She's like, nah, I want to know who it is too. Is it you? Did you record me talking bad about it? Cynthia, girl, I'm gonna tear up, girl. Let me tap these, dryless tears, okay? Why would I do that? That is, that's awful. That's awful for someone to do. And when have you ever talked bad about Nene to me? You know what I'm saying? I would never record anyone. The reason I believe Marlo, because Marlo been in jail too many times to be trying to incriminate someone else, okay? And I'm gonna say that. I don't think Marlo did it. And like she said, when have you talked bad about Nene to me? I don't think Marlo even has the know-how to want to record someone and play later. I just don't. I think she would have a hard time coming back from that. Yvonne, on the other hand, has nothing to lose. Marlo has been on the show as a friend of the show in one way or the other for the past, 8, 9 years or whatever. Well, at least 8 years. So I feel like she don't need them kind of tricks. Yvonne does. Yvonne does. Okay, but I digress. Anyway, Cynthia like, well, okay, man, well, I believe you would have, for right now, we good, okay? Until further notice. So we're gonna see. So she then invites Marlo to her wine cellar open. It's gonna be in a couple of days. And she brings up how if Nene would have stayed at your event or whatever, I probably would have invited her as well, but she didn't come. And she didn't stay. And Marlo, I know she misses you just like you miss her, okay? Y'all miss each other. And I'm like, girl, look, I don't think they don't miss each other, but my thing is Nene still has a way about her that she does not want to acknowledge the things that she's done. And my thing is I can't move forward with somebody who can't recognize what they did wrong. Because my thing is if you can't recognize what you did wrong, you're going to keep doing it. And we're going to have problems all up and through. Candy and Todd have a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Now, Candy is saying how her and Todd has all these business ventures, which I know they do. They had the OLG restaurants, you know what I'm saying, that's going on or whatever. Now they have just they had bought a new location about 6 months prior. And it was going to be a OLG, like taco and tequila, like a Mexican type restaurant. I'm looking like, okay, now Candy did her whole speak on it on her YouTube, but she brought up how one, they've had a property for months, okay, but she said because the area where they were in, there weren't any, Mexican restaurants, whatever, but Mexican restaurants supposedly does really well there. So I mean, it was smart. Now in this episode or whatever, she's like, Todd, my voice is going out in and out. We have had this space for like 6 months or whatever, we haven't really done anything with it, you know what I'm saying? We can't keep putting money into stuff and not finishing it because, you know what I'm saying, this is eating up our money. Now, the main thing going on between Todd and Candy is Todd, she brought up how Todd has always felt pressure to make money, you know what I'm saying? So that people wouldn't think that he's only with her for her money. So he's always just trying to, you know what I'm saying, do things that will generate money for them. It's an income for them. The thing about it is I've seen some people on social media like, oh yeah, Todd is out here spending Candy money. They married. They're married. And we wouldn't want, if Todd was the rich one and if Candy was his wife and who was creating businesses, we would not say that's Todd's money. No, it's not. They married. It's her, it's both. She just happened to be the breadwinner. And I feel like we see what they've done with OLG. is two successful restaurants, okay? We've seen it. She had that little tag boutique thing. You know what I'm saying? Usually what they do generates income for them and, you know what I'm saying, puts more money in their pocket. Now, I do think they maybe should not have so many new ventures at the same time, okay? And I'm gonna say that yeah, 'cause she was on her, of course, on to speak on it. She brought up how they've had the place now in current time for like a year, and it's still not done. She said, but that's not their fault. She said it's just that it's been all these issues with inspectors and vendors or whatever, to where things just has not been getting done as fast as they want them to. She said, but that's just a part of doing business. Like, it's the part that you don't like. It's the part that's stressful. It's the part that it pisses you off. She said, but I know once we finish stuff and it's making money, I'll be done with this part. It's like when you pregnant and and the baby is growing and you just like, oh my God, I'm so tired of being pregnant. But the baby get here, you were and I miss being pregnant. Oh, it was all worth it. All the pain was worth it, okay? So they birthing a baby, literally. A real baby and real estate babies or whatever. I get it or whatever. Now, Todd is more of a, because she's like, well, how much is it going to cost for this place? How much is it going to cost for that place? Like, three things they brought up. It was a total about almost 700 grand that it would cost to get all the new business up and started. I say, girl, 700,000. But this is the crazy part. She didn't really flip out about that number, which means they're rich, rich. She didn't be like, oh my God, that's just too much money. It was like, okay, we need to do. She was like, we need to get these things done to get some income in with these things. Okay, girl. And I like how she brought up, like, what if a recession hit and we have all this money, put into these money pits or whatever, and then, I'm saying, we go bankrupt. Candy is the kind of person where even though she's rich, she's still worried that she can lose at any time. Because if a recession hits, and they say it might, I don't want to be caught up in the bullshit of it all, to where we got these properties that we ain't making no money from. It's the equivalent of if you win a lottery, you have $5 million in the bank. You have $5 million in the bank, and all you keep doing is spending it. You keep spending, but nothing's coming in. You got a big influx of cash, okay? But nothing's coming in to replenish what you're spending on it, okay? Because again, they're still having to pay mortgage on the thing and whatever fees or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She also brings up how, what I'm saying, we just keep doing all this stuff, okay? We're not spending enough time together. So he then said, I will plan a date night for us because I don't want you thinking I don't want to be with you. I say, okay, fam. We then get to the day of the proposal. Now, this is my thing. Who told Marlo to wear this? Marlo, who clothes did you borrow? I'm like, first of all, I just don't think that she should be there in that outfit with pasties on her nipples. I just think that's too much. Marlo, get it together. I'm gonna say that. It was too much if you ask me. Now, we do know how Cynthia has always had some kind of business. Okay, she had the Bailey agency, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She had that sunglass line, that luggage stuff that Noelle with the face of. She had her rental space, which I believe is next door to her wine cellar. So again, she's always had something going on. You know what I'm saying? She keep us up popping. Okay, we're gonna say that. So we do see Marlo get there, whatever. She has like some food, some little cheese and crackers, and you know what I'm saying, probably some salami and ham and bacon, not bacon, but probably ham and salami, little meat tray, whatever. You know, say, oh, this is so nice. Thank you, Marlo. But it's really from Nene. And here's a card, and Cynthia reads whatever, and it's, I'm cheering for you from far, from far. I'm like, girl, it was some of them sappy. I'm sorry. Just, I've always been a good friend to you, Cynthia, and now I'll be cheering for you from afar. I say, girl, what the fuck about, okay? Now everybody gets teary eyed. Okay, I guess because what you said was nice. But my thing is, Nene still don't apologize for shit. I mean, it's good that she wants to say, I've been a good friend and I'm cheering for you from afar. But show me in your action, not in your words. I'm going to say that. Okay, but whatever. Now, as we sit in there, we see Mike whispers to Candy, don't leave, okay? Don't leave. Candy brought up how she had somewhere to go that day. And she wasn't going to stay for the whole thing. But Mike telling her, like, don't leave. Like, just takes, like, I figured, you know what I'm saying, something was up. Okay, something must be up. So she's like, okay, he's probably going to propose to her. So she then texts Kenya, hey, where you at? You know what I'm saying? I think you should hurry up and get here because I think, he may propose to her right now. Now, Candy sent her speak on the house. She's like, I text Kenya because she's great friends with Cynthia and I did not want her to miss it and I knew she was on her way. I didn't text her that for her to doing anything else besides know to hurry up and get here. Okay, that's really it. So when Kenya get there, they like showing her the car from Nene or whatever. But girl, we don't Nene don't mean that. But I got to tell you something. I have something to tell you. And she keeps trying to say I have to, we need to talk or whatever. So we then see they talk about Snake Gate and who could have possibly been the one to record. And they're having these little conversations with Kenya keeps girl, wait, listen. Kenya then say, one they think of course is Giovanna. We all know that. But Kenya then says, girl, Cynthia, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that you seeing Mike gonna propose today. Bitch, Candy whole face. Oh, Candy was mad. Okay, Candy was like, girl, what the fuck? Candy looked like I could punch her throat. Dead in her throat, okay? Because, are you really? You no, because my mom isn't here. See, I don't know. I can't believe. No, you think so? And Cynthia got excited, and then she was like, "Girl, that ain't what you want to say to her, was it?" And Candy trying to play it off because again she's pissed, but she can't show Cynthia that she's pissed because then Cynthia will know that it's true. So somebody walk up or what I think was Giovanna, whatever her. And then Kenya's and Candy walked off. Candy got in that ass. Why would you do that? Like that was dumb. Why would you do that? I cannot believe. I even tried to change the subject. Okay, and you kept going back. Why would you want to ruin? Why would you want to ruin it? And she was. I mean. What? Candy, what? If I text you something, okay, and it's me you talking, you do not supposed to come back and bring it up, okay? You should not do that. And Candy was pissed because her thing was you could ruin it for not only Cynthia but also for Mike. Why would you? And when Kenya said, you didn't say not to mention, I say, bitch, who has to say don't mention that Mike might propose to Cynthia, don't tell her. Bitch, who does that? Who does that? Why would someone need to tell you to not tell Cynthia that Mike might propose to her today? I say, girl, King, like I'm not going to tell you anything else. I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you. You should never do that. On her let's speak on it, whatever. She said my thing was I text Kenya and that was something that we were talking about off camera. That wasn't an on camera thing. You know what I'm saying? And then for her to check, because she said what we did not see was Kenya walked in and she kept trying to say something. And people kept cutting off and she just kept going back to what it was. So in the scene when she said, is that what you would swear to say? Is that what it was? Because she kept trying to talk about people kept changing the stuff or whatever. I'm like, girl, Kenya, you ain't shit for that. Girl, you wrong. You wrong. Because again, that's not you. Why? For what? For who? For what? No, girl, I cannot believe it. At this point in time, Candy had to walk away. She was pissed. She walked outside. We talked to Tyler. I cannot believe. I am so upset. Girl, I'm happy that Kenya, you know what I'm saying, Candy got in her ass, and she did it in a way that wasn't like rude, but she kept like, why? I don't get why you would do it. It didn't make any sense. It wasn't like she said, you know what? I think Mike may tell you he gonna move to Atlanta, or I think Mike, may buy some wine. Like it was like he may propose to you. He been planning to secretly propose to her because he wanted it to be a surprise. So Ken, you ain't shit for that. Anyway, we do see all the ladies are there. Even though Candy's outside upset, and Kenya knows she's upset, but it's fine. Eva gets there, and at first she did not speak to Kenya. I felt like she walked in, hugged Candy, kind of just walked around or whatever. But when it was all sitting around in the same area, you know what I'm saying, Eva was having a conversation with Kenya and with Marlo, and no one was yelling. But Candy was still pretty pissed off. Okay, point blank period. So we then see Cynthia, who speaks, of course, and thanks everybody for coming out and being supportive or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it was great. And then they say, Kenya, do you want to talk? No, I don't want to talk now. This time it's fine, okay? So we do see Eva comes up and she gives a good little congratulations or whatever to Cynthia and her hard work. And then we see Mike says, I want to propose a toast. What? Mike, don't play with me. Like, don't play. And so Cynthia was like, oh my God. And she was brought back down to earth, okay? He's like, well, no, I just want to give a toast to you because you're graceful, you're classy, you're a boss, and I know whatever you do will be successful or whatever. It was a great little I love you. You know, you're great at what you do. When you know what I'm saying, you're a boss ass bitch, bitch, bitch. My words, not his. Okay. So we at first seen, when Kenya was talking to Cindy, she's like, "Wow, my mom is here." So Mike went proposed. We did see like her mom walk in, and Kenya also brought up how before Kenya said that her mom wasn't there, Mike's mom wasn't there. So after Kenya said that, people who said it was like, well, so and so wasn't here, and so he thought, so and so wasn't here, whatever. Those people started slowly showing up because again, Mike was trying to surprise her. Kenya, you're stupid for this, okay? Anyway, so we then see Mike's daughters walk up like, oh, don't toast with that. Toast with this, okay? Toast with this. He's like, oh, you want me to pop this bottle? You want me to pop this? And he turned the bottle around. The bottle has a question mark on it. So you get it? Pop the question. And she was like, no. No. What? And you then see Noelle walk up. You see his daughter. So you see him saying, because she hadn't seen Noelle yet. Because like, is Noelle here? And Noelle was in the back because Mike gave Noelle the ring to hold for him. So Noelle then walked up. Oh my God! I cannot believe it! I cannot believe it! No! Oh my God! Somebody! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God. It was. I was like, oh my God! Cynthia getting engaged was, even though we knew what happened, it was still beautiful. Okay, he then got on one knee. Okay, got on one knee, whatever. And we see, he gave her, you are my light and my love, and this and that, and everything in between or whatever. A great speech about love, okay? How much I love you, and will you be my forever? And of course, you're like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, and then the girls had this little sign thing up. You see, it was two hearts put together as a family with Cynthia on one side, Mike on the other side, and they are a wholehearted family. And again, his daughters and her daughter was holding that up as he proposed. It was so chill. It was so cute. Cynthia did seem surprised or whatever, even though they had been talking about marriage or whatever. Even though Cynthia knew they would get engaged, he still wanted when he did it to be surprised, and it was whatever. And of course, she said yes. And he said, now she doesn't have to be thirsty anymore. She said, I sure don't because I's getting married. I's getting married. I do feel like it will be on next season. The wedding will be on next season. And that'll be amazing. Okay. Now we then see Kenya and Mark on the way to go have dinner with Cynthia and Candy and the hubs or whatever. Now Kenya mentions to Mark how one week she said how Mark and Mike are never in town at the same time. So since they're both in town right now, that's why they did this little 3-part date or whatever. But she brings up to him how since they got engaged that time or whatever. Oh, that was great or whatever. She's like, yeah, I kind of had mentioned to her that I thought he may propose over. He then said, oh, so you was being nosy and snitched on him. I said, it made me laugh. For the first time, I agreed with her husband, okay? Because I'm like, you was being nosy. A little bit. And you did almost snitch on Mike, okay? But it was what it was. Now, he then teased her about her car. It's a self-driving car, but can't turn corners. And I'm like, whatever. Now, she brings up how she's more submissive in her marriage because she does not want to fight with her husband. I feel like Mark is a person you should fight with. But I changed my mind when I seen more of their marriage and the foolishness that ensued. Now, when she was talking about driving or whatever, he kept bringing up, well, you need to be sure that your insurance is paid on the car. I said, well, I thought he would pay the insurance, but gracious me. Anyway, they are two alpha people and they keep clashing. That's basically what it is, whatever. So we do see it before they get to the dinner. I'll show you the picture or whatever. So we see, okay, so Kenya, you know what I'm saying, Cynthia and Candy, and then Mike, Todd, and Mark. Now, before Kenya and Mark got there, Cynthia and them was talking about her, and she's like, I feel different. I did wake up the following day, and I did feel different, like just being engaged or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then she went, and Kenya had mentioned to me that he might propose. And Kenya said, yeah, I was real pissed about that or whatever, but I digress. But then Kenya walked in, so we didn't get to finish that conversation. I thought before it's going to go left. It may definitely go left. Now, for the rest of the night, it was definitely Kenya versus Mark. It was definitely, one versus the other. Now, it's like you see why she don't argue with him, but at the same time, I feel like neither one of them will compromise with the other one. It's really, really weird, okay? So they get on a little topic of, because King said, I found the perfect place, for you and Mark, if you and Mark to get married or whatever, not Mark, Mike, that you and Mike can get married. I found the location. And they're like, how are you planning her wedding? You're down there ruined the proposal, okay? But I digress. So they then bring up Kenya and Mark's wedding and the proposal. So she's like, you tell them how you propose. I'm like, oh, we gonna hear a little nice, sweet story? Okay, good. Mark says Kenya came and surprised him. He did not know that she was gonna be in town. He said so when he went and opened the door, he's like, I was asleep, got up and let her in or whatever, and I was surprised and shocked. He said, I just kind of then ran back in the house or whatever and went and got the ring and came back and just proposed. And he said, but what he said was as he presented her with the ring was, look who's official now. Yep, that is how Mark proposed to Kenya, by going to get the ring out of his bag and then just saying to her, look who's official now. Not, will you marry me, I love you. No. Look who's that was his proposal. And so she's like, I just deserve a do-over, because that wasn't romantic. He said, well, you're right. He said, but however, the wedding, I was very romantic at the wedding. I was very, very romantic. And I said, well, were you? We don't know, we wasn't there, okay? Well, you're right. You were very. It was the best. It was the second best day of my life, next to winning Miss America. I say, well, no, Miss USA. Next to winning Miss, I say, girl, Kenny was like, I don't see how her winning Miss USA is, more is better than her having her daughter. Her priorities is all fucked up. It should go having my child, Miss America, then maybe Mark. I just think the baby should be first because you wanted the baby so bad, okay? But I digress. Anyway, we then see they get into the conversation of prenups, which Kenya brought up. Did y'all talk about prenups? Hmm? Now, Sim said, well, no, we ain't had that talk yet. And they came up with, me and Todd, like, that almost ruined us or whatever. It was really, really bad. And we know that it was. So, you know what I'm saying? Can you bring up, well, divorce? It's just like a just in case. Like, it's just in case something happens. You're not planning to divorce, but just in case we do, because things happen, and you're not this nice, loving person you were when I met you, you're now a raging asshole, whatever. We need to be sure that who gets what has already been determined, okay, for the most part. Now, it's just like insurance, and it really, really is. It really is insurance. So, me and Mark didn't get one, you know what I'm saying, because Mark didn't want one, you know what I'm saying. He then said, well, no, we never discussed it, you know what I'm saying, we didn't. She's like, yes, we did. And this is where I said what Mark was lying. Mark said we didn't discuss it, so that's not true. But he then say, I won't marry somebody who wants to prenup or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So clearly, she knew that. So either you did not sit down and have a conversation about the prenup in detail, you talked about it enough to where she knew that you didn't want one. Period. Okay, so she didn't get one. I think that's dumb. I think it's very dumb, but whatever. So from there, I'm a self-made. I've been self-made since I was 17 years old. So you said I made my own stuff. I can see you helped me build something or whatever. Then that's different. We said, but I'm my own woman. He then said, well, I helped you clean up your chemo hair care thing. I helped you, do this and that because it was a little bit messy, whatever. And I helped you. I said, oh, she said, what now? You did what? He said he helped you fix it on up, but I don't know. So can you say, well, okay, look, what if down the road y'all decide, you know what I'm saying, it's not going so well, you know what I'm saying, we want to separate. What if Kenya wanted all your money, right? What would you do? He said, well, you can have it. She can have it all. I'll rebuild. I'll redo it. She can take it all. They like, well, that sound like it's a contract, okay? That's a law, but it sound like it's it hold up in court and tell like, no, he's been drinking. Like as his lawyer, he's it's not really true. No. He said, well, she can have everything domestically. She can have nothing that's overseas or international, but she can have everything that's domestic. She can have all the stuff here. Okay, here. So what I will say is, in the realm of what we kept seeing that clip of him saying that it wasn't as bad as it made it. It made it seem like them two was on a private date, and he was like, "I don't care," and that wasn't really it. He was saying like, if she want it all, okay, or she want half. If she want half, she can have half. It is what it is. So he then bring up, well, we different, okay? We're different. Since she is kind of flashy, whatever. What do you mean I'm flashy? Like, can you, just don't cut me off and saying, let me finish before you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? He like, look, we have to respect other people's differences or whatever, but I don't want to be flashy. You know what I'm saying? It's not real for me. She said, I'm not flashy. I just like what I have. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get why you mad. He was like, he was mad that I got a Bentley. Now, he then said, well, she got a Bentley, but I said that we should, get the house in order first. I own my house. My house is paid for. I said, girl, that may not be what you meant, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, if my house is paid off, and if I can afford a Bentley, I want to buy a Bentley, I'm gonna get a Bentley. I say, okay, and it's like, as they talking, you see neither one of them wants to bend. Neither one of them wants to compromise. They both are alpha people. Alpha male, alpha female is what it is. And neither one of them wants to accept defeat. Okay? If he says she's flashy, I ain't flashy. I like nice things. Okay? And I'm like, girl, this this is what happens sometimes when you marry somebody that you don't know. Y'all didn't date long enough to get to know one another. So these past 2 years, now y'all are seeing we may be a little bit more different than we thought. But again, neither of them wants to concede to an argument. So again, I don't think that Kenya is submissive. I think Kenya will just kind of keep going back and forth until neither one of them will change their mind. Is what it seems like to me. But girl, um, Mark then brings up how he likes being around real people or whatever. And that's why I like hanging out with, with Todd and Ken. You know what I'm saying? He then say, Nene is even cool. Okay, I'm saying? Because she was respectful to me and nice to me when she met me because she introduced me to her husband. And I was like, that makes her respectful. I wonder what he meant was people see Kenyon, don't see him. And so he kind of an afterthought. I don't know. But I'm like, that don't make a girl, if you say so, whatever. So but you was pissed when he said I was having a buffalo, and I'm like, she did say that Kenya was pregnant with a buffalo. Well, I was upset about that. Okay, I was mad or whatever. But you told me, didn't you mention that she tried to apologize? And I said, oh, girl, I didn't say that. She has never, and he never said sorry. I didn't. And again, it's like they just both. Neither of them wants to. Like, all right, you win. All right, you right. I feel like I'm like, why are you up here arguing with your wife about a person you know she do not get along with? Like, why are you acting as if Nene's a good person? Because she's a good person. She's been nice to me, so I don't have an issue with her. Whatever. I don't have an issue with Nene. I'm looking like, but your wife do. Your wife clearly has an issue with Nene. And your girl, I say, oh, he dumb. I'm saying he ain't shit for continually trying to defend Nene to his wife, who was Kenya Moore, girl. So at this point in time, Mike, like, well, Nene's been nice to me too. Okay, she's been nice. However, if Cynthia has issues with her, then saying I can't, saying, I can't be on that team. Saying I'm on team Cynthia at all times. Todd then said, yeah, because whoever wife can issue with, I'm, I can't do that. Meaning, Mark, you shut up, bruh. You should be on your wife's side at all times. Mark don't care. You know. You know what I'm saying? Ken then gives weird toast to Cynthia for finding love and to Candy for being a ride or die, for they people or whatever. Kenya, I felt, was embarrassed at how much her and Mark was arguing on camera. And I feel like this is why he didn't want to come on before. Mark is an asshole. He completely is an asshole. However, Kenya, in this situation, neither of them want to bend. And it's weird. So, Kenya not an asshole to me, but I do feel like they both need to learn to compromise. Him more than her, because he's just like a brick wall. Oh, a brick wall. And I'm just like, but I also get his thing of she's flashy, and I don't want to be flashy. Like, I don't want, but I feel like you knew who Kenya Moore was when you married her. Girl. Anyway, their marriage is real shaky. Real shaky. And it's because they will not compromise. And it's just like, girl, I don't, and we know that right after this dinner a little bit is when they announced they would separate, because the next episode is them going to Toronto for Carnival. And we know that at first they were saying how not Cynthia, but how Kenya wasn't going to go because of them announcing or whatever. So, girl, we shall see what happens the next episode. I just can't take it, honey, not at all. Get that man some common sense. Anyway, I'm done, y'all.